Show you this is not predictable over the long haul. What's up, you guys? Welcome to my golf academy. This is my spot here, Spokane Valley, Washington. I figured today we're going to talk about one of the best and worst things you can do for your golf game. Best and worst. But first, I wanted to show you around a little bit. Show you what I got going on here. I'll flip this around. We'll do a little tour. All right, welcome. A little putting green here. People can hang out. That's my phone. Change their shoes, whatever. We can work on putting technique here. My desk, my station, my place of business. I was gonna clean it up, but that's about what it normally looks like. I wanna keep it real today. Hitting bay number 1, SkyTrack, hooked up through projector screen. And then where I do most of my teaching here with the Foresight GC Quad. I love that. We got a light set up because we're gonna make a video for you guys. Projectors to projection screen. Here's my podcasting area. I'll have the podcast link down below, but this is, if someone comes in, they're welcome to hang out here, make some podcasts with my students, stuff like that. Little seating area for, friends and family when they come out and want to hang out. Mats, balls, all the stuff to teach golf lessons. I do partner with an outdoor golf course, Liberty Lake Golf Course in our area. Have a really good relationship with them. I'm able to do my outdoor lessons there, and most of my lessons I give right here. And then sometimes I go outside and I do playing lessons, short game, practical application. I've been asked the question a lot, like indoor versus outdoor lessons. Well, both can work really well. But my summary is that indoor golf lessons, I just find it easier, controlled environment for people to make swing changes faster. And then we go outdoors to work on practical application. Both settings can work. There's pros and cons to both. At the end of the day, you play golf outdoors. You gotta get it done on the course. This is my academy. This is my spot. Hope you enjoyed that little tour. Let's do a video. We're gonna talk about the best and worst thing could or couldn't do for your golf swing. Let's change your life. Actually, before we do that, let's talk about vision for this YouTube channel. My vision for this YouTube channel is that it can be a place, a resource you can come to get some tools, some best practices, and just figure stuff out. Golf's super fun, can be super rewarding. It takes a lot of work. At the end of the day, I want to hang my hat on being very real, making fun videos, but being 100% real and transparent with you always. Golf is hard. I won't sell you any bullshit. I just want to sell you hard work and give you a few tools to help you get better at your game. So let's hop into today's video. It always kind of freaks me out a little bit being so far away from the camera. I'm also trying to figure out where I like my shot, my framing to be in here. Anyway, let's talk about big picture stuff, the good and the bad, I guess, the extreme ends of the spectrum. I think it's really important in golf that you understand and make decisions that are important for you. You need to understand there's good and bad. This golf club is a tool, and this tool can be used in many different ways, and if you can only hit one shot, you're gonna be one-dimensional. And that's just not as fun, and you're not gonna build as many skills over the long haul. Big picture problem. Players notoriously all over, you included most likely, struggle with an open club face. Amateurs as a whole struggle with an open club face, meaning that when they come into the ball, their club face is too open to their swing arc for too long, and many of them flip it shut or do some of this at the bottom of their swing to try to time that up. This is not predictable over the long haul. We want this. We want our club face as square to our arc as possible through the hitting area so we can have predictability to our shot pattern is what it comes down to. Now, most players have an open club face, not because their grip stinks. Let me say that again. Most players aren't being held back by their grip. They're being held back by their ability to learn to use their wrists the right way to make the club face square. Now, the right way looks something like this. They get the club up here. The wrist positions at the top could be neutral, could be a little bit extended, could be a little bit flexed. There's good golfers that play from all of those positions. That's one thing I want you to understand is there's more than one road to success. There's more than one way to do it, but you need to understand if you do it one way, there are things you need to do later. So for example, the player that swings to the top and their wrist is a little more extended, in the downswing they need to work and flex their wrist a little more. So that motion looks like this. And all we're doing is we're taking the lead wrist and we're pulling it towards our forearm. That's the main function most golfers are missing. They're doing little to nothing in the downswing with their wrist. Now, I told you earlier I was going to talk about the bad. The bad, the ugly, the death of a lot of golf games is when the club comes down, the lead wrist is extended for way too long, and it leads to this situation at the bottom of the swing where We get to the bottom of the swing, and to make it square, we're stuck flipping it. It's just really unpredictable over time. And that's why you can hit some good shots, but you can hit some terrible shots because you timed it upright. And when you timed it upright, it worked. When you didn't time it upright, it didn't work. Basically, to retrain that, let me grab one of these magazines. I'm gonna grab my iPad, but you could use a book. Books work really well too. Anything that's kind of flat, or a clothes hanger. So when you swing back, let's start with our club face square and the item off of our forearm. So when you swing back, we want to touch that to our forearm at some point. That could be here, or that could be in the downswing, but basically it just has to happen. And then when you swing down, we want to make that point at our target, like this. Not like this, right? And this is just kind of mimicking our club face. This is a version or a rendition of the hanger drill. It's all good stuff. I like it, but what I like the most is drills are a good way to supplement movement patterns. If you don't understand it, you don't need a drill if you understand and you can work on it. Swing back, swing down, practice flexing that lead wrist. It's almost impossible to flex the lead wrist too much for most players. 100 amateurs come to see me for a golf lesson. One of them or 0 of them has flexed their lead wrist too much. That means for almost all of us, it's something that we should be working on. And really just remember, at the end of the day, we're just trying to create a club face that is relatively square to our swing arc at the bottom of our golf swing. We can have predictability to our shot pattern. There's a lot of really good ways to practice this. This is one of my favorites. Use a book, use an iPad, use some type of flat surface, drill it in, drill it home. I like a little bit every day, like a minute or 2 in the morning, a minute or 2 in the evening. Muscle memory type work, which is what this is. Skill work, drill work, muscle memory work is better done in short, manageable tasks. You can build it into your muscle memory, and then when you go to the golf course, you can install it into your golf swing, not just try to wing it out on the first tee. When the pressure's on, that's really difficult to do. So do a little bit every day, learn to use your wrist better, flex it a lot, that's gonna close your club face. Do the little things that add up over time. Drop any questions you have for me below, give me video ideas, I don't know what you don't know. Subscribe to the channel, that helps a ton. I'm looking forward to building this thing and launching Operation Fix All the Slices. Slices, pulls, pull hooks. You're not gonna do it anymore. We can't have it, it's not good for the game. Hit the ball relatively high, relatively straight. I will catch you back here next time.